Hello, hello, my gorgeous, tasty chocolate puddings. How are you doing? I hope you're amazing. So today, as you can see from the title, we are gonna do powdery fragrances, and that used to be completely not my cup of tea. I must admit there were only several powdery leaning scents that I used to like, but you know, I'm growing older and I'm getting more into it for some reason, and that's weird, but that's okay. So guys, if you want to know what are my absolute favorite powdery fragrances, then keep on watching. But before you do, please, if you want to be my beloved chocolate pudding, go ahead and subscribe, and of course follow me on Instagram. And by the way guys, I still do not know what to do with my hair. I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to style it. I don't know if that's okay, but let's just roll with it. Let's forget about this section and you just hear my voice, okay? Okay guys, so I have 2 or 3 fragrances that I do not have bottles of, so I'm gonna start with them. So the first one is Rolling in Love from Kilian, and this is such a beautiful fragrance. I do have a gorgeous alternative to it that I showed you in one of my last Buy This Not That, but I still think it's a gorgeous scent nevertheless, and that is like this milky, almondy, irisy fragrance that is just so beautiful. The lasting power is quite moderate. I would say 6 hours, that's like the most of it, and it has moderate projection, but if you overspray you actually do get a nice bubble. So if you want to splurge on your powdery shebang, I highly recommend it. I am still very much craving it, so it will sooner or later appear in my collection in full bottle form. Yes, I already know that. I just have to have it because I am on a powdery roll at the moment and I cannot stop. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's happening. But yes, Rolling in Love is beautiful. The next one that I want to talk about is Feve Delicieuse from Dior, and I actually do have a decant of it, and this is this tonka cacao powderyness. Like it's very powdery, but at the same time it is just to die for. Okay, it is just to die for. Another one that is so gorgeous and so unique. This is that powdery scent that is more like a cacao tonka powderiness, so it leans more gourmand. Actually, many people consider this fragrance gourmand. I would actually more so consider it powdery, but it's no matter what you think of it, it is just beautiful. The lasting power is amazing on it. Not all your private collection fragrances are long lasting, but this one really is. So I think for the price that you gotta pay for it, it's still worth it because you will smell it throughout the day. It will stay on your clothes. This one I really don't need much to fill up the room. So yeah, I'm very happy with how it performs. And yeah, in general, if you like those cacao leaning fragrances, I think you're gonna adore it. So yes, Feve Delicieuse, fantastic one. Now going within the same vibe, I think this one is great for great price this time, and that is from Julianna's Perfume, and it's called Call Me By Your Name, and this is actually a dupe for Guerlain's Gourmand Coquin. So you know, you don't have to spend so much money to have a great powdery scent. And again, this one is definitely chocolatey, but way more chocolatey than Feve Delicieuse. This one is like legit chocolate fragrance, powdery chocolate, almost like Chocolate Greedy from Montale, but a little bit more soft and more powdery. I really love it. It's so beautiful. Actually, let me read you the notes because I have them some. So let me read you the notes quickly. We have chocolate, pink pepper, vanilla, amber, jasmine, labdanum, benzoin, brown sugar, and musk. So yes, this one, it's just so yummy, and you definitely do get some musky touches. but to me it's just a chocolate sprinkled with powder. That's what it is. And by powder I mean like not baby powder, more like makeup powder, you know? So yeah, and I do get the same feeling in Feve Delicieuse. So maybe it's just my nose, but I do get that makeup-y kind of a feeling, similar to the one that Iris gives you, you know, that lipsticky powdery, but this is more like not lipstick, this is like powder, okay? I hope you understand me. But in general, you just have to try it. I think this one is $59 and you get the extrait of the perfume and super long lasting fragrance with great performance. All JULIANNA'S perfumes are very, very good on lasting power. So yes, check it out. I have a discount code below. So when you click the link, you will get the discount for JULIANNA'S. By the way, this video is not sponsored. I just truly love the fragrance. And yeah, if you want like this chocolate powdery scent, this one is gonna be amazing. So that is that, my darlings. Next one, we've got a dupe, another dupe, sorry, for Dama Bianca from Xerjoff, which is amazing, but I have way cheaper options, so I'm just gonna show it. And that is Haramain Noir. And this one is completely different than the others one I showed you. This one is fresher. It is slightly fruity as well. It's very uplifting. It's great for spring and summer. This one is that powdery vanilla. Amazing fragrance. I truly adore this scent, and I'm very, very happy that I didn't have to splurge so much on the Xerjoff version, because this one is exactly the same and it's just beautiful. Very feminine fragrance. This one is more like a floral, fresher take on a powdery scent. So if you maybe do not love those irisy, you know, very powdery fragrances, I think you still should definitely try it. Beautiful, and I think it will suit any occasion. It's very, very versatile, great signature scent. So yes, this one is beautiful. Try it. If you want to splurge a little bit more, get Dama Bianca. It has a beautiful bottle, but this one I think it's good enough, and the longevity is incredible. So you know, nothing to complain about. So yes, that is Haramain. I've talked about this so much that I'm not gonna get too much into it, and let's move on. Narciso Rodriguez, of course, their powdery musky fragrances are so popular. Definitely one of my favorites, and the one that is very heavy on the powderiness because it has quite a bit of iris is Narciso Rouge. Of course, they have the POWDERY, which is even more powdery. However, I slightly feel like it's a little bit vintage leading, you know what I mean? I'm not sure about the POWDERY. It's nice, but do I really need the full bottle? I'm not sure yet. This one I think is gonna be a little bit more youthful, more versatile, slightly more sexy as well. I wouldn't say Narciso fragrances are that sexy in any way, shape or form. To me, they are just more like classy everyday scents. That's how I would categorize them in my head. But I think from the whole range, this is one of the sexiest, okay? And the Rouge version has, of course, iris. It has vanilla, that beautiful Narciso musk. It has some tuberose as well, and rose. So you get this nice floral aspect to it as well. But it's like a vanilla and rose and musk sprinkled with powder. So I really, really like it. The longevity is good, but the projection gives me some issues sometimes. I think it doesn't get more than like arm's length, you know? So keep that in mind. But if you overspray, I think you're gonna be fine. I always overspray. So I know I'm smelled. Maybe I just don't smell myself, you know, maybe I'm just anosmic to it, I don't know. But yes, nevertheless, I think it's absolutely worth it. Check it out, it's so, so nice. I'm very, very upset that they are discontinuing the original in white bottle, which was my favorite, which is more like woody musky scent, not that powdery. This one is definitely more powdery with added rose and added vanilla. So It's truly gorgeous. I remember I tried it for the first time years ago at Sephora when it was just released, and I was very intrigued by it, even though I never would purchase a powdery fragrance at that time. And something really got me hooked on it for some reason. So yeah, it's an interesting scent, and I think it's very versatile at the same time. Narciso Rouge, fantastic. I will move on to another one now. What do we have next? Of course, like, if you like sweet vanillas and you want a powdery, this is powdery, 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 okay? And that is Sweet Vanilla from Montale. And this is a combination of very powdery vanilla with apricot. So this is a powdery fragrance that is not going to be too cloying because you have a sour freshness that comes from the apricot. This definitely is sour, okay? This definitely is sour. You even get like this, you know, weird salivating effect in your mouth when you smell it, especially in the opening. And I just got it again. It's like citrusy, sour apricot. And then as it settles down, it gets so nice, like so nice. I love it. Very edible, this one. Very, very edible. That vanilla here is almost like this bougie vanilla candle, you know? Powdery, a little bit artificial, strong. Very old school, actually. It's a very old school vanilla, but don't get me wrong, it's not a vintage smelling scent at all. I'm just trying to explain to you the type of vanilla that's in here. I love it, and I know that Montales are sometimes hated by many of you because, you know, they have that particular artificial scent to them, but I never mind it. I really don't mind it. So it's like even hard for me to tell you if there is that artificial moment in a particular scent of theirs or not, because I completely don't mind it, so I don't really pay attention. But yes, this one I think is in that artificial vibe, but it's so nice at the same time. Give it a try, guys. It is unique. It's very powdery and very vanilla, and you have that very interesting apricot-y, citrusy burst at the beginning. So it's a unique one, it's a strong one, it's a loud one, and I love that it has a golden bottle. I think it's my favorite apart from the Arabian Tonka one. Yeah, lovely. Next great powdery fragrance that it's not very obvious. It's a super unique scent. It's a combination of aldehydes, vanilla, and heliotrope and balsamic notes. So it's a very, very unique combination, and it is to die for when it's on your skin. And that is Metallique from Tom Ford. This, I don't know why, but people say it's not very projecting, meaning that it's very long lasting. We can all agree on that. It's a very long lasting fragrance, but it doesn't really project much. However, every time I wear it, I either get complimented or at least asked what I'm wearing, you know? So I think it actually does project. The lasting power is brilliant. And this is a very unique fragrance because, you know, aldehydes give you that weird, fresh burst, kind of like clean laundry, but at the same time very sharp. And then you have those, you know, very like mellow notes, like, you know, heliotrope, which is almondy, balsamic notes like Pear balsam or Tolu balsam, vanilla, which is like this nice mesh of those creamy notes. And in the beginning you have this boom of aldehydes, which is so like different from what's there to come. So it's very, very interesting. I really like it. I actually love wearing it. I think I've used quite a bit of it. I cannot see, but I think I've used quite a bit. To me, it's very wearable. Even though it might seem harsh in the beginning, it's very interesting and it develops so beautifully on the skin. It's nowhere near what you smell on the paper or from the bottle. You have to put it on your skin. So yes, Metallique It is long lasting. With projection you have to see for yourself, because I don't know anymore. But yeah, beautiful one. So check it out, guys. I love it. And by the way, everything will be linked below as per usual. And now we can move on to maybe Dior. Oh, what is going on? I hate this quasi fringe. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna complain about my hair for a little bit. I'm sorry. This is Dior Addict, and to me this is the queen of Dior Powdery. Of course, it's been reformulated. Now it's more white floral than it was before. Before it was, I think, even more powdery. But in general, this is a gorgeous powdery vanilla with white florals. I love it. I love it. This is more on the mature side in my opinion, but it's strong, it's long lasting. So if you like it, you will just wear it over and over and over again because it's so addictive, as the name suggests, right? I think that the longevity is still fantastic, even though it's been changed, the formula. And yeah, like this is the fragrance that I saw my mom wear back in the day. I think everyone after 40 had a point in their life that they maybe had Addict, you know? I think it was very, very popular like 20 years ago, I suppose, or maybe even more. I remember I was in primary school when it was popular, so yeah. Check it out still. I think it's still very contemporary. I don't think this fragrance will ever age. This is that type of scent that it will always be trendy, so to speak. So yes, if you want true beautiful powdery Dior Addict, is something that you will never go wrong with as long as you like the profile. So that is that. So the next one is my favorite super unique powdery, and this one is different because it's a green powdery. You know, that doesn't happen often, and it's completely no sweet, and that is Je ne sais quoi from Teo Cabanel. I adore this fragrance. This has green notes, it has a rice to it, it has a matcha, so you know, it's like a combination of green and tea and slight woodiness and a lot of rice. And I love the note of rice. I am really obsessed with how this smells. So addictive, very addictive, guys. I feel like I could smell it over and over again because it's so easy for the nose, you know? It's not sweet, so you don't get tired of it. It's not spicy, so it doesn't make you sneeze. It's just so easy on the nose, and at the same time very unique of a fragrance. Definitely something that I have never smelled before. Not many brands have something like that in particular. The longevity of all Teo Cabanel for me are just fantastic. I never have problems. I've been wearing those fragrances for a while now, since I got the Discovery kits. I've been wearing them and testing them, and all of them have great longevity. So yes, Je ne sais quoi is definitely on the fresher side, but it's still powdery. So check it out. Gorgeous scent. I love it. I love it, and I don't know why it doesn't get much hype. I don't know. We've got, of course, Laya. You get a heavy dose of powdery notes, and you get a heavy dose of vanilla and woody notes. Absolutely gorgeous. This is surely like my number one vanilla, my number one woody vanilla. It is just incredible. The only downside of this fragrance is that it's not widely available, which I don't understand. They should be pretty much in every country. I just don't get it, guys. I really don't. But Laya is just incredible. It is such an amazing, super strong fragrance, super duper strong. So when you spray it on your clothes, you're gonna smell it for days and days, even after washing. And I can attest to it because I've experienced it many times. All my clothes that have had Laya on them, after proper laundry, they are still smelling like it. So Laya is incredible. It doesn't cost that much for a niche fragrance, but the, you know, the prices of shipping and stuff are just ridiculous. So keep that in mind, but I highly recommend it. I know so many of you guys bought it because of me and you love it. I don't know one single person who doesn't like it. I don't know such person. My mom loves it, even though she's not a heavy woody fragrance wearer. Everybody loves Laya. Everybody loves Laya. And yes, this is a powdery vanilla woody bomb. Incredible scent. I adore it. So yes, that is Laya from Neemah. Okay guys, next fragrance is an oldie but a goodie, and that is from Dolce & Gabbana, and that is The One. Of course, it has so many flankers. Of course, my favorite ones have been discontinued, like it usually happens, but the original EDP, I think, is gorgeous. It is a vanilla-based fragrance. It has some plum, it has some floral notes, but in general, it's very powdery. Powdery vanilla that projects beautifully. It has very decent lasting power. I definitely am thinking of getting a bottle for myself again, because I used to wear it a ton along with the Lou version and the Rose version, which were beautiful, and they're not here anymore. But yeah, we're left with original, which is fine with me. It's a gorgeous fragrance, and I actually think that the EDP performs very well, and I find it to have very, very good projection. So yes, check it out if you want something that's not too expensive. At this point, not many people wear it, so I think it's gonna be a great time to have it in your collection once again if you had it back in the day like me. It's amazing. I really love it. I think it's still very much up to date. It's a contemporary powdery vanilla. Still, just like, you know, the situation with Dior Addict, I don't think they will ever go out of style, because how classy and how beautifully done they are. They are just gonna be always in my opinion. So yes, that is The One from Dolce & Gabbana. And the next one I have here is definitely one of my favorites, and that is Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK. This is a fresher powdery fragrance. It has some juniper berries. It's not as, you know, dense. This is a ethereal, feminine, powdery vanilla fragrance. Absolutely beautiful. To me, it is a fresher, lighter version of fragrances like Intense Cafe from Montale. It has slight similarities. I'm not saying they're dupes, or no, they're not. But there is a vibe, okay? There is a slight vibe. I love this one though. I think it's so worth having, and the longevity is great. Sillage as well. I very much feel so good when I wear it. I feel like a gorgeous feminine woman. You know, I feel amazing when I wear this. I feel amazing when I wear all of them, but this one just gives me magic. And I love spraying this all over, especially on my outerwear. And it gives me that beautiful sillage and projection all around, massive scent bubble, you know. It projects very well. So yes, it feels like it's going to be airy and light, but it actually has very, very nice longevity. And it gets denser and denser as it settles on your skin, surprisingly. So very interesting, beautiful fragrance. Definitely one of the best Kurkdjian's creations. You know, I love the brand, but this one is just so beautiful that I think it's definitely at the top of my list from Kurkdjian. So Gentle Fluidity Gold, absolutely beautiful scent. And that is it for my powdery favorites, my darlings. I really hope you enjoyed it. Of course, now that I think of it, I could go on and on and on and on about powdery fragrances, because apparently I like a lot of them, way more than I thought I would. But yeah, guys, if you have some of your powdery favorites, don't forget to comment below. Leave this video a thumbs up, and of course, see you in my next one. Bye!